Man, I hope you're learning something about coming in the clouds. Maybe you got some questions. That's good because I'm enjoying telling these stories. This is the final one here, but I want to approach. If a king were coming to take power, what would you expect? War horses, soldiers, banners, parades, trumpets. Oh, yeah, mighty power. See, that's how empire arrives. Warplanes, warships, all of this. But when Jesus is coming, you know, the story we've been telling from Daniel 7, and when Jesus comes into Jerusalem, something strange happens. How does he arrive? Friends, he comes in on a donkey, not a war horse, not a chariot, not an F-35, not a tank, not a carrier, not banners, a little donkey, a bummed donkey. They had to go borrow one. Now, this strange moment is not random. Jesus is acting out a prophecy about what true kingship, what true authority, what true power really looks like. And it stands in direct contrast to the beast of empire. You remember the beast from Daniel, the bear, and the teeth and bones in its teeth, and they devour and they take. Kind of the same thing in 1 Samuel 8. He'll take your sons, take your daughters, take your fields, take. Here comes Jesus riding on a donkey. In Daniel 7, the prophet sees a kingdom that rises up out of the sea. Violent creatures, devouring everything. Why? Because empires rule through domination. We got the most powerful military in the whole world. If they don't surrender, we'll kill them all. They rule through fear. See, that's power, and we think that's strong power. History has shown this pattern again and again. And the beast always promised peace. We've looked at the white horse and there was no peace. They always deliver violence. They promise security, but they always drop more bombs, don't they? They rule through fear. And the prophets saw clearly what empires do to humanity. When they seek after this power, it slowly turns them into beasts. But Daniel's vision doesn't end with the beast. We have saw this in the last two episodes, and I'll say it again. Daniel sees something new. Paul saw something new. Peter saw something new. Daniel sees something new. I saw one like a son of man coming with the clouds of heaven. This human figure approaches the throne of God. Remember, he's coming up. This is the coronation. And as he comes up, the coronation, all authority is given unto him. Remember, he told Mary, touch me not, I've not yet ascended the coronation. That's what this is talking about. The beast ruled through violence. But this ruler who represents true humanity, who is the true human figure, this Son of Man, that's why Jesus constantly called himself the Son of Man. He is announcing that Daniel's vision is beginning. But the way this kingdom arrives is going to shock everyone. See, another prophet once described how God's king would appear. The prophet Zechariah. Got a lot of prophets here, right? The prophet Zechariah, he says, and he calls out, he's almost yet, rejoice greatly, daughter of Zion. Rejoice greatly, daughter of Zion. See, your king comes to you humble and riding on a donkey. That's from Zechariah chapter 9. And this prophecy describes a different kind of king. Not a war horse, empire's F-35, but this is nonviolent. Not conquering through war, but a humble king. A king bringing peace. Paul would write a peace that passes understanding. One that would cry out, blessed are the peacemakers, not the warmongers. And when Jesus enters Jerusalem, he is deliberately fulfilling this prophecy. The crowds begin to shout, Hosanna, Hosanna. And they spread branches and their coats in the way. Why? Because their king is coming. But the king they're welcoming is riding a little borrowed donkey. This is not just symbolism. This is a public statement. Many historians believe something remarkable was happening at the same time. He said which gate he would come in, but Roman governors often entered Jerusalem during Passover to prevent rebellions because they had a lot of those things going on, and they came with soldiers, and they came with their war horses, and they came with their armor that had been sharpened, and their swords were sharpened, and their spears, and they wanted the display of empire and display of this grandeur. So imagine this scene. You're an onlooker. You've come to Jerusalem for Passover. And on one side of the city, Rome enters with its power. You can hear the hoof prints of the horses on the cobblestone road. And on the other side, Jesus enters on a donkey. The people are throwing their palm branches down. Hosanna, the King has come. Two visions of power, two visions of kingship, two visions of the world. One built on domination, one built on humility. Jesus is revealing the kind of kingdom Daniel's vision promised. The beast ruled through fear, intimidation, taking, but the Son of Man rules through love, through reconciliation, through forgiveness. The beast devour till there's nothing left but bones. But the Son of Man gives His life that these bones may come together and these bones may live and stand up a mighty army. The day they crucify Him, within days the empire is going to crucify Jesus. But the resurrection will reveal something powerful. The beast do not win. I've said this over and over. The beasts don't win. You can have hope. The Son of Man wins, and the saints and the church becomes the community learning to live in this new kingdom, not with the power of the beast, but with the humility of the King who rode into town on a donkey. Hope you enjoy this little series. We're coming up on our celebration of Passover and resurrection during this season of Lent. God richly bless you all. Share this video and please hit the subscribe button. New channel, we're trying to get something going there. Hope you enjoy. Lord bless.